House Republicans gathered virtually today. Sources told 13 News the conversation was expected to focus on redistricting.
Earlier this week, Republicans in the Senate gathered, but as our State House reporter Emily Longnecker has learned, they are remaining very tight-lipped about what they were discussing behind closed doors.
Well, a source tells me that the virtual caucus was a short one. We know that Governor Braun has said before he makes a decision about whether to call a special session to redraw Indiana's congressional districts, he wants to know what lawmakers think first.
But many Republican lawmakers are still not saying openly where they stand. Indiana Capitol Chronicle editor Nikki Kelly says her sources tell her many lawmakers are still against it.
My understanding from talking to sources is that the governor is not going to announce a special session unless they know they have the votes.
One yes vote they do have, Republican State Representative Jim Lucas. He posted on X Thursday, quote, "I am now a rock solid hell yes for redistricting." In a later post, Lucas explained he was in the hospital after back surgery and praised the care he received at the privately owned facility, saying in part, quote, "If the Dems take control of the House midterm, places like this might go under, and the rest of Trump's reforms in health care, energy cost, border control, immigration, and voter reform, etc., will be dead in the water." His stance a complete 180 from his hard no in early August, when talk of redistricting first began, after Vice President J.D. Vance met with Governor Braun and Republican leaders. Then, late last month, Lucas said he was more open to the idea, but still wasn't a firm yes after a trip to D.C. That's where he, along with about 80 other Indiana Republican lawmakers, met with the Trump administration to discuss the president's agenda. Lucas characterized that meeting as one where no arm twisting took place to try and convince Indiana lawmakers to back redistricting efforts. The longer it takes for Governor Braun to make a decision about calling a special session, the more IU professor Paul Helmke thinks that could change.
I don't think we've seen the arm twisting happen yet. It's again, once Texas acted, once Missouri's almost finished with acting, California's got it on their ballot. I think the folks calling the shots in D.C. are going to say we need Indiana to come along, and then they're going to start saying, and if you don't, here's what happens.
So if Governor Braun does decide to call a special session, when could we see something like that happening? I talked to the editor of the Indiana Capitol Chronicle, Nikki Kelly, about that. We'll tell you what she had to say at 6. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.